Yeah, so I was a project manager for 25 years, managing complex projects, usually in financial services. And in a few years ago, I had a burnout experience where I rather embarrassingly stood up in a meeting and said something I probably shouldn't have to the CEO. And I realized that I had sort of reached the end of the road as far as project management was concerned. I was really exhausted from it. And I'd had coaches during my professional career, and I'd coached other people as part of my management process or my leadership process. And I thought, well, I want to dig into this a bit more and find out how is it supposed to work and what is coaching really. And so I set off on this journey to find out more about it. And then someone said to me one day, well, you're not the only project manager ever to experience burnout, so maybe you should be coaching other people. And one thing has led to another, and now I coach on all sorts of things. But that was how it started, was the escape from project management and being able to offer a service to my tribe, essentially, that could help them navigate more effectively than possibly I. Yeah, so I'm actually part of two companies. So there's an organization that I'm the founder of called ALLE LLC, which is short for A Lever Long Enough, which is a reference to the Archimedes quote about give me a lever long enough and I will move the world. So the quote is actually a little longer than that, but that will do. And I have two partners in that, Alison Jarrett and Irene Poku, Irene's in the UK, Alison is in the US. And we come together to do sort of group and individual programs to train people around resilience, managing burnout. I think my rabbit has just appeared in the video. And so, yeah, we work together on that. And then I have a separate company called Pearce Insights, which is me on my own doing things like speaking and coaching, mentoring, training, and also authoring books. That was such a surprise. Yes, this beautiful. Well, first of all, I got the notification that I was being offered the award. And that was very exciting because I do a lot of coaching. I'm passionate about coaching. And it's easy to believe that no one really knows that you're doing it, other than your immediate clients. So that was really exciting to have someone outside of my usual circle come and say, we want to recognize you for that. And then just the whole experience of, putting together information that you would then share with people about what my experience is and what my ethos is. And then when the actual award came, which, as I say, this is the award, I fell in love with it immediately. And I think she's been in every room in the house because she travels around and sits in different positions while I decide what the best place for her is. But it's such a gorgeous combination of elegance and strength, I think. And so I was very, very happy when that arrived at my house. So thank you. Well, I think it already is, actually, because a few of my colleagues that I partner with to do things have really seen the opportunity for us to leverage the fact that somebody has recognized my coaching. And if we're partnering, then they're able to say that they're working with this award-winning coach. So interestingly, I'm always hesitant to sort of brag about these things. It doesn't feel quite right to me, but the people around me are doing it for me. So I'm very grateful for that. So they will say things like, oh, yes, and the other person I'll be doing this speaking engagement with is an award-winning coach, from WML for 2023. And so that's where it's getting traction, I think, is it's making it easier because I love to do things in collaboration with people. Obviously, I coach people on my own, but I also love these collaborative efforts. And so if it can boost that collaboration for people, then it serves both purposes for me that, I don't have to say, look at me, I've got this award. And also it's sort of enhancing what we can put out there for other people. So I think that's the best way to put it. Well, I have a book coming out next week called Be Hopeful, Be Strong, Be Brave, Be Curious, which is unusual in the coaching world in that it's a book that helps people understand how coaching might help them. So it's not a how to be a better coach. It's a how to be a better coaching client, or how to think about being a coaching client. So I'm looking forward to sort of getting the word out about that. No one gets rich on publishing books unless they're Stephen King. So I'm not thinking of book sales as a way to make my fortune or anything, but I think it's a really important topic. And I like the fact that the way the books come together, I've actually, again, collaborated with people. So there are insights from other coaches, from people who've been coaching clients, some researchers who've done research into the 4 pillars of my coaching methodology, which is this hope, strength, bravery, and curiosity. And so I really feel like it's this collaborative effort that gives people an opportunity to see behind the curtain and understand what coaching is and how it can help them. And then off the back of that, I'm going to be doing things like running group coaching programs that people can sign up for and follow that methodology, and I'll lead that, probably some book clubs and things, so that we can pull my book apart and come up with new theories that maybe enhance what I've put out there. So building off that, and then speaking to more groups, offering training to people. One of my passions is to introduce coaching skills to people who aren't coaches, so they can use them as leaders, as managers, whatever their role might be within a community. I'm doing some work with a non-profit organization where we're using coaching to really help people understand what their part is in that non-profit. So all these kind of things, I'm looking forward to all these further opportunities. And yeah, being named a top 5 women coach is certainly very helpful in that, because people are more inclined to listen. So, and that's what I want, is I want people to listen and explore and find out, is coaching something for them? Is that something that is going to be beneficial to them? And the more ways I can do that, with a book, with speaking, with training, the better. It's a very novel experience, which sounds, my husband would probably say, you shouldn't say things like that. But it's that having outside recognition or outside ratification, it feels powerful. It feels as though I can go out with more confidence and say, I don't know everything about what I'm talking about, but I know enough to be helpful to people, and that it is worth listening to me and working with me, and that together we can learn more, we can develop that knowledge and that expertise. So yeah, it's a real confidence builder, I think, to have someone. And again, there are organizations I've been a part of for a long time. And if they were to give me an award, it would be nice, but I already have that sort of interaction with them. For me, what was such a wonderful surprise was I heard of WAML and I've seen your content and everything, and I really like it. But it was someone sort of a bit further removed from me that was saying, we've seen evidence that you're a good coach, and we want to recognize that. And I think that is very empowering to have someone, sort of a little further removed from my usual group of people say, this is somebody worth looking at. So yeah, I'm going to go out with more confidence and more determination to reach more people so that they can get the benefit of coaching too. LinkedIn is always a good way of reaching me. You can just, if you just search for Ruth Pearce, then you'll see that my profile pops up. I'm also using Linktree. So I'm on Linktree, which gives you access to ways of getting hold of me to be able to meet with me, assessments that, free assessments that I have available. There's all these different links in the Linktree link, and I'm happy to share that. Email me at ruth@allellc.org. Any way that you can find to track me down is fine with me. I love to help other people, and more my work is going towards working with women, and I'm loving that. So yeah, there are ladies out there that would like to have a chat, then please reach out to me.